Okay, we had 3 biological children, and then we adopted a drug baby through foster care, and she's now 6. And then siblings came along in years after. So we now have 4 siblings from the same mom that were all drug affected, and their ages are 6, 4, 3, and 21 months. And all 4 of them have some degree of sensory integration disorder. The 4-year-old is very severe, but they all have some degree of it. When my 4-year-old Malachi was 3, he was diagnosed with sensory integration disorder. And when I was talking to his physical therapist about it, we were talking about getting heavy blankets or weighted items. And she said, well, we have these things called SPIO suits. You might like to try one of those. So she gave me one to take home and try out. And it worked wonderful, and so we got one. We have the vests, and we also have a shirt and pants. The actual putting it on, he didn't like to at first, but once it was on, he loved it. And yeah, he would, if it wasn't on, he would ask for it. For Malachi, it was drastic. It was a switch that turned. My older kids would just, every time we would put it on, they would just say, that's so weird. He would be climbing on furniture and bookcases and throwing things and emptying things and yelling, and he just couldn't calm down. And I'd lay him down and I'd put the SPIO suit on him, and he'd stand up and he'd say, hi mommy, I love you. And he'd give me a hug, and he'd sit down and read books and play. And every time we'd do it, my older kids would just say, that's so weird, Mom. One of the big things that I noticed was that he didn't make little boy sounds like all little boys make, car sounds and animal sounds when they play. He just made no sounds at all. And not long after he was wearing his SPIO suit, he was sitting up eating dinner, and he heard an airplane, and he said, oh, that's a plane. It goes vroom. And I just started bawling, and the rest of my family was like, what is your problem, Mom? And I'm like, he made a boy sound. So yeah, that's been a big difference with his ability to play appropriately. Has changed a lot from wearing the SPIO suit. They definitely wear it all day long. Malachi really needs to wear it 24 hours, but they're all still in diapers, most of them, so they wet through, and so then we have to wash them. And we do have a couple spares that we've purchased, but they wet through those sometimes pretty fast too. We can't get the washing done, so we try to do it 24 hours, but it doesn't always work that way. And it's on their IEP as a item that they need, so that if they go to a different class, that's something that's written down. When I first had Malachi in it, the teacher would call me, and she'd say, oh, Malachi had such a hard day today. And I said, Malachi, are you wearing your Superman suit? And he'd say no. And so she could definitely tell by his behavior whether he was wearing it or not. Between insurance paying for it, we really haven't had to pay hardly any out of pocket for them. In my opinion, the price doesn't matter because the benefit for our family far outweighs it. And our insurance covers 1 a year, I believe, and so we haven't had to pay out of pocket too much. But when I want to buy an extra one, that's when it costs. With the little one, I was expecting to see a big difference right away because that's what I saw with the older 3, and I didn't. And the therapist told me, for most kids, it takes a couple weeks for you to see the effects. And so once she told me that, and I waited a couple weeks, and I did see the effects. So I would say try it. It's not going to hurt anything, and be patient while you're waiting to see if it does have an effect. I did take a video of Malachi one day because I said nobody will believe how drastic the change is. And so I took a video of before the SPIO, and then of me putting it on, and then after the SPIO. And yeah, people are just shocked and amazed at the difference. Come on out, please. Malachi, come out.
I want to.
Turn off.
Mama?
I know you don't want to, but you need to come out. Turn off the light and come out. Sure, turn it off, Trini. You can't reach Malachi. Please turn it off and come out. Malachi. That's 1.
Oh, Mommy.
Thank you. Good boy. Can you close the door, Trini?
No.
No, I asked Trini to. Malachi, I asked Trini to. You're fine. No, she didn't do anything. She pulled your shirt? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
Too bad.
It's too bad?
Yeah.
Okay, will you please come into the TPA?
No.
Yeah. Please. Thank you.
Mommy.
Malachi, you're not supposed to be up there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's uh-oh.
Mom, what?
One heart. How many flowers are there?
Boom, boom, boom.
What are you standing on?
I can play.
You're up high?
Yeah. She's standing on the donkey.
Malachi,
How many flowers
you need to
are
get
there?
down.
Two.
Malachi.
Uh-oh, please try again.
Malachi, that's one.
Flowers are there?
Boom. Ba 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 ba. Oh my God.
Careful.
Dude.
Malachi, be careful. Suit?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's time to put on your Superman suit.
Ha! 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 Ha!
Okay, lay down.
I just won.
No, you lay on this one
Bye.
because that's how it goes. That's how it always goes. Lay down, thank you.
Okay.
Lay down.
You move. I love you. I did. I bet you
Superman. Good boy. You're a good Superman, huh? Does that feel better? Does that feel better? Whoa, where'd your face go? Here it is, good boy. Thank you. What you got, Malachi? You have a book?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want for lunch?
That's her.
Pizza?
Yeah.
Okay. You want help, please? Okay. Candy canes. Good boy. Good job.
That's that.
I don't know, but let me fix this phone. Good boy. What is that? Garfield?
Yeah, come
What you eating, Malachi?
on. That's her.
Pizza. Is it yummy?
Yeah.
Good.
Mama, good. Mama.
Is that your kitty cat card?
Yeah. I'm done.
You all done?
Yeah.
Okay. Climb over to the TPA, please.
Yeah, Mom.
That is a marker and you can't play with it.
Pizza.
Put it back, please.
She don't like pizza. That's one.
Okay.
Can I have a piggy?
What?
Piggy, piggy. High five.